Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about my life experience a little bit. A little bit about myself. I moved to the United States in 2013. My family and I am from India, and today I'm gonna talk about like how I got introduced to a Korean culture and how I got into like speaking a Korean a little bit, cooking Korean food and all that. Yeah. So when I started school in America, I was in a junior year, and one of my classmates, she was Chinese. She introduced me to the Korean dramas. She told me that it's great, and I was hooked. I started off watching Boys Over Flowers, and then the usual that everybody watches. So I started watching Boys Over Flower, which I watched like 4 times now. I'm sorry, I know I'm child by heart. Then I watch Playful Kiss, City Hunter, Airs, and the list goes on and on and on. So that's how I got introduced to Korean culture, and I was so interested in it that I started googling different stuff, and then I graduated the high school and I started um, started the college, and I got to like explore more Korean culture with my friends from Korea. They were students at my school, so I got to know a little bit more about Korean culture. So today I'm gonna talk about like the food topics. My Korean friend at my college, she used to cook really great Korean food, and for instance, like they are popular, or like they are more famous for their meats. Like Korean people like to eat meat a lot, and they drink soju. That's what I know. but so I think, yeah, it was my first year in college, and I my friend invited me for the Korean barbecue at her place, and I had it like I went there. It was great. She had a great setup. She made like samgyeopsal, which is like pork belly, and she had lettuce wrap. She had gochujang. She had prepared like corn, the cheese corn, like a Korean side dish, and then she had other Korean side dishes too. So like she had um, kimchi, and then different kind of sprouts and spinach and all that. So it was great. But one of the culture shock that I had with Korean food was like, um, so we sat down around the table. Everybody sat down. We had our own plates, our own chopsticks. Yes, I learned how to eat with chopsticks. Yeah, but we all were just like, I was waiting to get food to be served to me because I was a guest, but at the same time, my friends just looked at me, and I was new to this thing, so she was like, oh, just grab a food in your plate and eat. So first of all, for me it was a little awkward and weird because I don't know how much to take because everyone is sharing the same thing. um, since I grew up in Indian family, and whenever if you go to Indian restaurants, it's different because when you go to Indian restaurant, they serve you the food like certain portion. So like Indian at the Indian restaurant, the server serves you food like a little bit, so they divide evenly. Um, while I know it was at the home, it was at someone else's place, it was at the my friend's place, but still I didn't know how much to eat or like when to stop because I don't want to be like rude and eat everything at the same time. I don't want to eat. I wanted to try new things, so yeah. The other thing was for me was like when everybody was using the chopsticks and everybody was using from the same plate, the food, my okay, so for instance, I put the chopsticks in my mouth, and I touched the food, and then someone else did the same thing. So for me, it was like, I understand. I'm so sorry if I'm like, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but for me, it was the biggest thing. I'm like, oh, so this is how everybody eats, and yeah. So I didn't like the idea of chopsticks touching and food touching, like at least. So it was biggest like a culture shock for me that, oh, this is how it works, and then I get more used to it. So I my friend invited me again and again, and we had great time. I learned that's fine, it's okay. So yeah, and I started cooking Korean food at home. So I make like um, kimchi makumbap, I make bibimbap, and all that. But and since I'm coming from the family where everybody's vegetarian, I was vegetarian for 16 years of my life, yay. But so still in my house we don't cook meat because religion and all. So it was so yesterday I went to the Korean barbecue for the first time with my friends, and I fell in love. For me, I still prefer chicken over any other meats. I know it's not worth like worth money if you go to a big buffet kind of thing, but still, for me, the chicken bulgogi was the best. And it was a different experience because you sit in the group. There's a bunch of banchan, lots of side dishes, and there's like different variety of meats that they put in front of you. So you just grill them, cook them, cut them, and share. And it remind yesterday while I was eating, since it was my first time having the Korean barbecue at the restaurant. When I was eating that, it reminded me my first time eating Korean food, and reminded me the chopstick thing. Sorry, bringing it back again, but it reminded me how everyone's chopsticks touch, and I'm like, everyone's food touch. So yeah, that was my little story on how I experienced the different culture and food. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I talked a lot. Have a good day.